Boy CC, mega love shout out. Ganda ng pangalan mo, Boy CC. Marcel Black Mega Love shoutout.
Hero, Staff Sergeant Courtney Felton. Staff Sergeant Felton enlisted in the Air Force in 2015 and was deployed to the Middle East in 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and help the Magic and Elfrey Harris recognize Staff Sergeant Felton and all. One, go Magic! Yeah, show me my phone.
Para lang nare-renew yung body.
They're not shy tonight. So he's 2 of 4 from behind the arc. The Pacers will have it along the sideline. Game.
Reggie Bullock unable to hit.
Holiday, I think he is, Kenny. Justin.
He's a little younger than Drew. And then Aaron Holiday, of course, now in his third season.
The baby boy.
You know, Justin Holiday, Clyde, the last Knick to play in all 82 games in one season. Tom Thibodeau calls timeout. Pacers lead the Knicks 8-0.
The sleep app helps me establish a bedtime routine by silencing my phone.
Standings, Clyde, of the Eastern Conference, 4 through 12. 9 teams separated by 3 games in the standings.
Yeah, no one distinguishing themselves. The Knicks have had opportunities to get to that 500 mark, but have failed. And right now, a dismal start. Previously, Turner huffing and stuffing. Knicks needed to talk it over.
Save on living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms.
Vucevic. Short floater is good.
Great job by Terrence Ross, giving that thing up very quickly to Vooch. Favors showing big on Terrence Ross.
Derek Favors back with his second stint in Utah. Slapped away by Fournier from Favors. Magic look to run. Vucevic trailing the play. Now Ross with a driving shot, no good. Utah's got the rebound with Orlando up by 2. Mitchell. And a foul on Carter Williams. So MCW picks up his first. And Utah will inbound the basketball 13-11. The Magic 6 out of 16 from the floor. Utah Jazz last night lost in Miami 124-116. The Heat shot 51% against Utah.
They played well, but they did such a good job in the mid-range.
Jordan Clarkson with his first points of the game.
Think about it. The Jazz put up 116 points against the Heat, but just couldn't slow Miami down.
Here's Vucevic, an open 2, in and out. Rebounded by Favors. And now Clarkson brings it up. Pulls up and fires a 3. Long rebound, O'Neal. Now Mitchell pulls it out. Clarkson rattles it in. Clarkson averaging 18 a game. Off the bench.
Dante talked about it earlier. Clarkson, much like Terrence Ross, when he's in the game, everything runs through him.
Vucevic for 3.
Vuce has missed a couple, David. He cannot get discouraged. He's got to keep shooting because
Save on living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms. Save on living rooms, bedrooms.
Several All-Stars, including this man, James Harden. He's pointer here. Brooklyn up by 1. Then Bruce Brown throws down right there. And Brooklyn pushing their lead a little later in the second quarter, knocking down the 3. Joe Harris gets hot from outside. This is a well-covered three-pointer. He just knocks it down. This next shot from Joe Harris, not as well covered. Same result. Harris drills it. Brooklyn a 41-point second quarter. Their 10th score. They were up 20 at the half. Third quarter, Kyrie Irving, 3. Kyrie Irving picking Vucevic's pocket right there and going in. Are we going to give him a dunk, a layup, a dunk, a layup? Oh, it's close. We call it a layup. 72-47, Brooklyn with the lead. Nicholas Claxton gets the dunk off the James Harden dish. Harden just shy of a double-double in this one. Brooklyn not shy of a win. They cruised. Big numbers from the Nets, 129-92. Kyrie Irving goes for 27 in the victory.
Hey, Crips, hey, she wanna, hey, couple, get lit with, couple, ain't gotta think twice, I'm blowing. still there.
From Florida, number 10, Dorian Finney-Smith. 6'10" forward from Germany, number 42, Maxi Kleba. And a 7'3" center from Latvia, number 6, Kristaps Porzingis. The head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, Rick Carlisle. Brooklyn, are you ready?
Step back three. Lines it up. And knocks it down.
I love having fun on the court. When I'm playing the best, I have fun.
You just have to love the energy right now from the Brooklyn Nets.
There's a feel-good sense around this team.
Keep it going.
This is some of the best basketball that I've seen James Harden play.
Like a morning sun. Wearing down your hair,
Play my goal. That's how you play.
For me,
Dallas Mavericks and Brooklyn Nets in NBA Saturday primetime on ABC. And it's presented by AT. Season as Dallas now in town. The Mavericks hoping to quiet that buzz a bit tonight as the fans are coming in. Meanwhile, let's look.
Pull that. Thank you. Luke. Yep. Ah! How you doing?
How's your old man?
Good, he's good. Doing real well.
Right.
Getting old.
We all are.
Panther Brunson, his old man, Rick Brunson, former Nick.
I gotta stand up for the old guys. Rick Brunson is the coach at Camden High School in New Jersey. They're 6th in the country, 10-0, number 1 in the state, 35-game winning streak, and his son's calling him old?
No, he's getting it done as a coach.
I went there and watched them practice last year. He does an outstanding job with his team. And you know who his best player is? DeJuan Wagner.
I did know that.
Number 1 player in his class in the country.
So the old man is doing well. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups And they are delivered by Taco Bell. And again, because of some key players out, some different starters. Meanwhile, Kristaps Porzingis, after missing the last three, comes back for Dallas with Kleber Doncic, Josh Richardson, and Dorian Finney-Smith. So the same five for Rick Carlisle, or at least his normal starting five. But with Kyrie Irving out, Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot will start for the sixth time this season. Bruce Brown continues to start. DeAndre Jordan, they're starting together with no Durant, no Kyrie Irving. So Steve Nash making some adjustments. So we're set to go as the Brooklyn Nets, an 8-game winning streak. They have been an absolute offensive machine. During this 8-game streak, James Harden has been magnificent. They're averaging over 122 points per game. And in those 8 games, Kevin Durant's only played in one. Oh, yet they're still a pummeling opponent.
Advantage of these opportunities when guys are out. You've got to figure out how you can win this game and keep Harden in semi under wraps.
Which is a tough task, especially when he has guys spreading the floor. As a welcome sight for the Mavericks. Porzingis knocking down the shot. The challenge for them is going to be defensively containing Harden with these shooters on the floor.
Tonight's game also available in Spanish, which you can access by using the SAP function on your remote control. Porzingis was playing well before missing all these games. 3 of them, of course, with the back. The other 2, the postponement because of the storm in Texas. Is Harden's first shot of the night. In and out. Finney-Smith quickly ahead to Doncic. Harden guarding Josh Richardson. Jeff Green is on Porzingis. Now switch. Porzingis pass deflected by Green. Ball batted around. Doncic has it. Left open. Hesitated for a moment. And misses the 3. Harden had that one game on the West Coast that Irving and Durant both missed. As Green is fouled by Porzingis. And Porzingis a little shaken up on it. He took a shot. It kind of limps over towards the lane circle. Of course, the key for Porzingis has always been, can he stay healthy? Because when he's been healthy, he's been terrific.
Well, offensively, we've seen when he plays the majority of his minutes as a stretch 5 with the ability to roll, shoot the 3. We saw in the first possession, post up and shoot over smaller guys. He's a perfect complement to Doncic. The struggles for him are at the defensive end. As the game's gotten quicker, guards are attacking more in the pick and roll. How does he cover in those situations? That's his challenge. That's Dallas's challenge.
Well, he's addressed that recently, knows he has to be better. He's also addressed the fact that his name's been in trade rumors quite a bit the past week, although the Mavericks, both owner Mark Cuban, Rick Carlisle, Donnie Nelson, all saying that is not true. Porzingis trying to shoot over a much taller player, then throws it out of bounds, and it's going to be...
I'm like, cool, let him run his move. Do what he gonna do, because this the plot. Put him in a...
Okay, next natin guys. Jason o Season.
Cause this the plot. Put him in a pot. Let it...
We're exploring how to make our team better. Pointer.
They've been part of a number of Mavericks players that missed a ton of games because of health and safety protocols. That was a big part of why the Mavs struggled so much early in the season. But they're pretty healthy right now. Hart with 7 to shoot. Hesitates, now drives, looking to draw a foul. He does, count it, and 1. Once again, getting the contact from Richardson and a chance for a 3-point play.
Great hesitation dribble by Harden. Stops, starts. The arm, he's so crafty. The arm's outstretched, and he goes up and through it with great strength. He's a terrific foul drawer.
Coach, we talked about that earlier. In that position, Porzingis is defending Brown in the corner. I'd much rather him give more help off of Brown in that corner and keep a body in front of James Harden.
Absolutely. You got to know what the biggest threat is.
Porzingis wants it. Now he has Harden on him. Several times already he's tried to shoot over. Nice move from Porzingis. Baseline jam on the reverse. So an aggressive Kristaps Porzingis in the opening minutes, and the Mavericks back up by 1.
Coach talked about it. You're not going to find guys like Kristaps Porzingis. 7-3 skilled. The only issue is defensively. And as a coach, I got to make them better. Whatever strategy or game plan I come up with defensively, put him in position to be successful. Make sure he buys in and is committed.
2 on the 24. Hard step back 3. And Porzingis the rebound.
Well, they also talk about Porzingis not posting up. But you've seen him down there a number of times tonight against smaller guys, and I think it's smart. You've got to make them pay for putting small people on such a talent offensively as Doncic hit the 3.
Doncic's 3-point shooting much improved after a rough start from downtown early in the season. Harden nice feet inside. Brown foul from behind, and he'll head to the free throw line.
There's that post up you're talking about, the smaller James Harden, who's a very good post defender. It's hit, but a good aggressive move by Porzingis. I like the mindset of attacking on the offensive end, put him in position to post, and win that match.
Brown hits the first. Brown is one of the nice stories for Brooklyn this year. Former second-round pick from the University of Miami. First couple of years with the Pistons. This is his first year with Detroit. Early in the season, he hardly played. It was did not play. Coach's decision a bunch of times. Not only is he in the rotation, he's starting. He had a career-high 29 points in 25 minutes in their victory on Tuesday. Doncic will sidestep. He draws the foul and banks it home.
What's that, guys? Well, Brown goes for a steal, and then Doncic makes him pay. Direct line drive, little Euro step. Harden called for the foul. And the strength of Doncic replicates the strength of Harden in their ability to finish through contact.
You've gotten so much nice in your old age. So a guy gambles at half court, allows a guy to blow by, and the Euro step, you give credit to a guy that does not step in, willing to sacrifice his body and heart. You changed, my friend.
Josh Richardson counted. And he goes down, and I believe it's a 3-pointer plus the foul and a chance for a 4-point play.
I'm waiting for your response.
Well, I would stand up for myself, but you're speaking the truth. And is that a 3? For sure?
Well, they counted it as a 3. They can always go back and look at it. Right now, it counts as 3, and Richardson with one more free throw. Lualo Cabarro picks up his first.
Well, they got virtual fans in addition to the real fans. It's just so nice to have the sound of actual fans back in the buildings. Not only here at the Barclays Center for the Nets this week at Madison Square Garden, the Knicks welcome back fans.
But the Knicks had a lot more fans, didn't they?
They're bringing in 2,000 per game.
I wonder why it's different.
Each team has some different protocols. Green shot won't go. He thought it was foul. It was a beautiful pass from Harden. Doncic cross court for Porzingis. The 6'4" Brown is on Porzingis. Foul ball on Brown.
But that's so smart. Like, you get a small guy on you, don't try to, like, back him in. Just shoot over him. He did this earlier. He just faced, shoots over him, and clearly gets fouled.
Want to try some of my Mountain Dew Zero Sugar?
gives the deep three-pointer. Comes up way short. An 11-point lead early for Dallas. Harden likes to go one-on-one. Now drives on Porzingis, goes right into him. Layup won't go, but a foul. Josh Richardson is upset. And it's going to be the second foul on Richardson.
I thought he got that clean.
And there's a responsibility as a team also, and it did look clean. There's a responsibility as a team also to put
the Phoenix game, but nothing right now stopping this Brooklyn Nets team. They have been sensational.
They're really clicking on all cylinders, and to me, obviously the Stars playing great, but their role players, they've elevated their game on both sides of the floor.
And both of you guys have seen a defensive improvement, correct?
They bought in. They didn't make any excuses. They were horrible defensively. They owned that as a coaching staff and also as players, and they've responded, Coach.
And I think they've adopted this switch everything type, except for DeAndre Jordan some, and I think it's helped them.
Porzingis had to throw it up, shot clock expiring. Harden, 9 points Nice feed inside the green. Count it and a foul, a blocking foul call on Jalen Brunson. And Jeff Green with a chance for a three-point play. 8 straight points now for Brooklyn.
They've had a couple of calls go against them that are very tough. Like, he's there to me.
The crew chief tonight is the veteran Scott Foster, one of the best in the business, who's also apparently a great pickleball player. You guys aren't pickleball players, are you?
Right, we dominate whatever we do.
Shot clock down to 7. Porzingis against Jeff Green. Falling away, bank shot, misses. Robertson the rebound. Harden against Tim Hardaway Jr. Leans in, Hardaway falls down. Harden knocks it down. Hardaway saying that should have been a charge. That's 10 straight points now by Brooklyn.
Coach, I don't know if you agree, but one thing I would look to do if I was Dallas, get the ball out of James Harden's hand, force somebody else to initiate the offense with no other point guard on the floor.
I think particularly, as you said, with the lineup that's on the floor right now, trying to replicate exactly what the Lakers did last year, which is double team him late as he's about to go into his dribble move, especially when Robertson's in.
Harden, another step back, draws the foul, counted and one. James Harden with a chance for a 4-point play. Already has 14 points. Doncic the foul.
The crowd enjoying it, thoroughly enjoying the clinic that James Harden is putting on. Contact, knocks down the hoop. That's just – I know we can't beat him when he gets it going, so I'm going to get the ball out of his hands. Clearly contact in the previous possession. Ability to handle the basketball. Hardaway doesn't get the call. He's got it going on all cylinders, and Kyrie, Uncle Drew enjoying.
You know, he's won an MVP. He's been runner-up a couple of times. But there are some people around the Nets who think in terms of his overall game, his approach to the way he's playing with the Nets right now, it's as good as he's ever played.
And I understand what they're saying, but they've only seen him for a month or so.
20 games.
The guy has been in the MVP discussion in Houston year in and year out. He's played this well for a long time now.
I can't agree more. Like, everybody's trying to negate what he accomplished in Houston now because they didn't win a championship. He put them into that conversation, and they were, a 65-win team, and here comes the double team, which I think is very, very smart.
Robertson throws it back up to Harden. Harden with 5 to shoot. Luavo Cabarro in and out. Tipped by Robertson, misses. Paulie Stein in the game gets the rebound. Brunson ahead. Finney-Smith back up top. Doncic whips a pass to Finney-Smith. That three-pointer is good. And Dallas, 6 of 10 from three-point range.
The other thing I would do with Harden is once he gives it up, I'd make it a 4-on-4 game.
Shamet, who's been hot recently, can't connect that time. Doncic the rebound. Doncic leading the Mavericks in scoring, in assists, in rebounds. Lobs it into Paulie Stein, and an easy bucket.
Yeah, he's a great player. I mean, he's got it all. And he's going to be around for a long, long time to come.
Going to be 22 tomorrow. Dallas answers with their own run now. 11 points, 4 assists for Doncic. Harden trying to draw the foul, didn't get the call. And Brunson in the front court.
Dallas got away with it. There was contact on that shot.
DeAndre Jordan, a little late getting out, but Doncic misses. And here comes James Harden. Shamet into the paint. Ball knocked out of his hands. He gets knocked down. It's still going to be Brooklyn ball. 15 to shoot. Shamet's wondering where the whistle was.
Well, again, the size to throw it over the top and to be able to do it off the dribble with one hand so the pass is quicker. Terrific vision.
Harden, entry pass stolen by Brunson. Brunson gets past Harden. Now shuffle pass. Doncic layup is good. What a beautiful pass from Jalen Brunson.
Great competitor. He's a winner. So they didn't get the charge call that time. He's in the mix. He's always in position to put you in position to win defensively and makes the right play offensively.
Shamek tied up. Again, shot clock down to 6. Harden double team. Bounce pass gets inside. Blocked by Cauley Stein. But the second effort from Robertson is good.
And they would have to do that every possession the entire rest of the game. I'm going to make the other guys have to convert plays.
First points of the season. Again, it's only the 4th game or 3rd game for Robertson this year. Doncic gets in the paint. Euro step. Makes it look so easy. And he's got 15 points here in the first quarter. Watching these two guys, not only their ability to dominate by scoring, but dominate with the pass as well.
And it forces you to adjust, which we see Mavericks doing right now. So they stop trapping and they go into a zone. They are trying to disrupt James Harden.
Robinson tried to save it. DeAndre Jordan has it stolen by Hardaway. And Tim Hardaway throws it down. What a start for the Dallas Mavericks. They go up by 12 with 1.8 remaining. Harden looking for it. Brunson's on him. Wawa Cabarro from half court. And that will end the first quarter as the Dallas Mavericks lead by 12. And you see what happens after they win the first quarter. Undefeated 13-0. Doncic off to a stellar start.
key for him.
There's obviously no completely stopping James Harden, but we've seen you try to disrupt him. You guys went to zone at one point. How do you feel the team is defending him so far?
How many points does he have? That's the question. Yeah, I mean, look, he's going to score points. I mean, the key thing is we got to play him without fouling him as much as possible and take their shooters out of easy threes. I mean, if we can make it hard on him and keep him up the free throw line, we'll be doing good work.
Thank you so much, Rick. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Rachel. Shamet knocks down a three. He thought he was hit after Brunson hit a tough shot. By the way, that foul on Brunson moments ago, his second personal. Josh Richardson throws it up. Shot off the side of the rim. Joe Harris, the rebound. An excellent start for the Dallas Mavericks as Harris, the NBA's leading three-point shooter, gets his first. He has been just on fire all season. 51% from three-point range. Brunson draws the foul.
You're right about Harris, Mike. Knockdown shooter in a variety of ways. And I love the way he's competing on the defensive end. This is tough to guard. Coming off full speed, the ability to stop, turn, elevate.
And especially if the big is back as far as Willie Cauley-Stein was that time.
Harris picks up his foul down the other end. His first. Upcoming national TV schedule doubleheader on TNT Tuesday. Celtics hosting the Clippers, Lakers hosting the Suns, and then TNT Thursday. The final night before the All-Star break, it's the Heat and the Pelicans from New Orleans.
Coach, I know we were talking to Rick Carlisle earlier today, and he brought up the point where there was a time where you hold a team defensively. I know when I was coaching, you hold a team defensively to 20 points. That was the standard. Let's hold them under 20
in a
quarter. Now all of a sudden, I don't know what that number is. I know it's awfully tough to hold a team to 20 or lower with the three-point shot.
Well, Rick Carlisle ended up saying 27, 28. I mean, for some teams, it could be 30. You know, for the Nets, if they hold their opponent to 115, they're going to win on most nights. So I think it's all relative to the offensive talent that you have.
And whatever that number is, I know it's not 40. I know the Nets have got to be better than they were in the first quarter of this ball.
You know, on a nightly basis, an offensive foul, moving screen called against Brooklyn. Nightly basis, you see 40-point quarters. It's incredible how many you have. Carlisle is now in his 13th year as head coach of the Mavs. Playing against the Nets team, if it wasn't for the Nets, Carlisle, who knows when he would have gotten into coaching. He always credits the Nets. He played for them very briefly under Bill Fitch, and they cut him. But Fitch talked to Carlisle as DeAndre Jordan blocked it, but Cauley-Stein is there. Bill Fitch said to him, I like the way you deal with players. You should think of going into coaching. How about being one of my assistants? And he became Fitch's assistant, and now has become one of the best coaches the NBA has seen. As Harris misfires, he thought it was tipped. Instead, it's going to go the other way. Coached in Detroit, coached in Indiana, and now with the Dallas Mavericks. Brunson, Cleveland. They swing it. Burke now to Richardson. Back to Burke. Trey Burke. In and out. And in again.
Good job moving the basketball.
Some great three-point shooting from Dallas. Bruce Brown to the rim. Banks it high off the glass. Dallas 7 of 13 from three-point range. Doncic right now getting a rest, which sometimes can be a problem for the Mavericks. This unit doing a nice job to start. Brunson drills the three-pointer. He's got 6 points off the bench.
You know, Rick Carlisle mentioned it today in our meeting that when Jalen Brunson played in his first summer league, he couldn't shoot the NBA three. He couldn't shoot it off the pass. He most certainly couldn't have shot it off the dribble like he is now. It goes directly to work ethic and his habits.
Chris Chiozza knocks one down. Brunson way off that time. DeAndre Jordan grabs it. Chiozza getting some minutes again. No Kyrie Irving tonight, in addition to no Kevin Durant. Brown kicks it out. Shamet gets a good look. That's good. And that's starting to get hot from three-point range. Rick Carlisle calls timeout. A 14-point lead cut in half.
great Dan Cloris has started in New York, and their main goal is to reduce gun violence. It's really a terrific program.
Very cool. Really, Dan Cloris does an outstanding job across the board.
Yes, he does. Such an artist, too, with all the films he's doing now for ESPN in basketball.
Trey Burke comes up short. Brooklyn comes the other way. Chioza, Harris, Shamet, DeAndre Jordan, and Bruce Brown on the floor. Both teams shooting extremely well from three-point range. Chioza keeps his dribble alive. Shot clock at 5. Shamet on the drive. Get to the rim and the foul. Landry Shamet on aggressive attacking of the basket. A chance for a three-point play.
I love how the second unit is playing right now. Harden's out. They've shared it. They've attacked. And Shamet has really come up big.
He had 19 points Thursday in the victory against Orlando. What a turnaround. Just an awful start. He really struggled. First month of the season, shot just 25% from three-point range as Richardson placed one up. That one will go out of bounds. But Shamet, who's always been a good three-point shooter since he's been in the league, it's now his third year, has really turned it around beautifully.
And sometimes defensively, you can let your guard down. No James Harden on the floor, okay, it's going to be much easier. These are NBA players that are legit weapons in their own right.
Harris, double teamed in the paint, kicks it out. Brown gets a good look. That won't go. DeAndre Jordan tried to grab it, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Paulie Stein. So the Nets get a new 14.
Like what you was referring to with Shamet. The thing I love about it is he's allowed the game to come to him. He's got it done defensively, and then he's aggressive offensively. He's too good of a player to play as bad as he was playing early on.
Well, Joe Harris was telling you guys earlier today, when you play with Harden and Irving and Durant, you're going to get open looks, so you have to be aggressive looking for it because with all the defensive attention on the others, Doncic draws the foul. Shot doesn't go. As Jordan bumps him, and the Nets not happy with that whistle.
LeBron James and Steph Curry, two of the all-time greats. Where else is a step back? Oh, we got...
At the line, because one of the things about Doncic that's so impressive is for a guy that's going to be 22 tomorrow, his leadership, because he accepts responsibility when the team loses. When the team wins and you ask him about it, he's going to credit his teammates. When they lose, he says, I have to play better. He just holds himself accountable, and he rates his success on how good a year he's having by how many games his team wins. Well, recently he had that conversation with Stephen A. Smith, and he was saying, I don't think I've had that good a year. I don't deserve to be in the MVP conversation because we're under 500.
Two things. I wish Pat Ewing would have said it was my fault we were losing. He would say, that guy can contain the basketball and stop putting me in foul trouble by having to block shots and hit people. And the other thing, Coach, I will say this. I understand that side of the story, but some guys also know how to work
the media.
The media.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying Luka does, but some guys are smart enough to know what to say and when to say it.
They all are. They all know how to play the game.
Well,
but I would say this, Mike, when you are in the role of the superstar, which Doncic is, if you're going to get 90% of the credit when you win, you've got to absorb the lion's share of the blame when you lose.
And he has no problem with that.
Exactly, and I admire that.
Dallas lead back up by 9, just past the midway point of the second.
And it's about making plays. And it's not about making plays for yourself. It's also about making plays for your teammate. Luka hands it off to Hardaway Jr., knocks down the dagger. That's leadership, Mike.
quick release, catch and shoot three, and then the roll off. Doing Doncic type things.
5 assists for Doncic. It's led to a lot of three-pointers. They're 9 of 17. Harden to Claxton, and Claxton throws it down. Good to see Claxton playing again. Young man has been dealing with knee injuries, just returned to the lineup a couple of games ago.
Once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. Georgia proud.
Foul on Joe Harris on the entry pass. Well, for the first time ever, see the best of All-Star, all in one incredible night. This year's event will support HBCUs and COVID-19 relief equity efforts. Learn more at NBA.com/All-Star. Watch on Sunday, March 7th, with on-court action starting at 6:30 Eastern Time on TNT. Kevin Durant is still going to be the captain of the Eastern Conference team and still pick the teams, even though he's going to be out with a hamstring injury. He'll be out through the All-Star break, but remains the captain after being the leading vote getter in the Eastern Conference.
I like that. He deserves it. I'd like to see LeBron James and Kevin Durant selecting teams, too. Exciting for the fans.
Kyrie Irving also out tonight with that shoulder. That's being very careful, obviously, with both their superstars. As Harden knocks down another three. That's his third three-pointer. His first points of the second quarter. The bench did a nice job with him on the bench. Kleber answers back on the other end. That's his second three. Boy, the Mavericks 10 of 19 now from downtown. Shamet to Brown. And he stepped out of bounds.
And to me, Brown has got to look at the rim. Turn down the shot at the top of the key. Handled the ball. Nobody was even defending him.
And I think it's smart defense by Dallas. You know, get it out of Harden's hands. And then I thought they were very alert and aware to who they should leave open, who they should cover. Finney Smith tried to deny it back to Harden. You have to have smart players to be able to win today.
Tim Hardaway, shot won't go, but a foul. By the way, that turnover was the 8th by Brooklyn. Dallas with only one turnover the entire first half thus far, as Hardaway will shoot 3 free throws. Hardaway, who's the third leading scorer for these Mavericks, now coming off the bench. And he has excelled coming off the bench. Shooting just under 40% from three. Those are the numbers.
I'll tell you what, if Hardaway's dad played now, he'd be murdered.
Yes, they would. NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC, presented by Reese's. Clippers and Bucks from Milwaukee. Coverage begins with NBA Countdown at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific. Mark Jones, Doris Burke will be in Milwaukee.
You know what we would say about Hardaway Sr.? The same thing we said then. How do you guard him? He had pretty much everything.
Well, if he played in today's no-hand check, 5 out.
Oh, my goodness.
He'd be one of the top players, obviously, at that position. I mean, he was murder back when you could basically brutalize people. I can't imagine trying to play him without the hand check.
On those run TMC teams with Golden State, and then, of course, terrific years with the Miami Heat as well. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. A 10-point lead for Dallas. Jeff Green's shot is good. This is the longest winning streak for the Nets in 15 years, 8 in a row. Now, right now, they've got their hands full with the Mavericks team playing some good basketball. And they're 6-2 in their last 8, 7-3 in their last 10. After a rough start to the season, Doncic gets inside and banks it in.
How many did they win in 15 years ago, Mike? Did you know?
14.
I think that was Lawrence Frank's first 14
games of the season.
Yeah, he took over, and they won his first 14 games.
Lualo Cabarro from downtown. Boy, the three-point shooting
9 of 21 from Brooklyn, 10 of 19 for Dallas. Doncic with 17 points, 5 assists so far tonight. Finney-Smith can't connect. Harden the rebound. Quickly throws it ahead, stolen by Doncic. Another turnover for Brooklyn. Doncic feeds Finney-Smith, threw it too far ahead. And there's just the second turnover for Dallas.
Well, we've seen this move before. Luka's ability to utilize and take advantage with extremely impressive footwork. Handling the basketball, changing directions, using that size and strength. Spectacular finish.
He's 7 of 11 from the field here in the first half. Under 3 to play, second quarter. Pass kicked. Shot clock at 14.
I like what James Harden's doing also. Unselfish play. At time looks at Cabarrot and says, stay in the corner. Trying to create space, take the double team, and allow his team to play 4-on-3.
Step back three. Again. Fourth three-pointer for Harden. 21 first-half points.
I think you got to go back to getting the ball out of his hands, Coach.
Doncic fouls. And free throws to come. Let's send it over to Rachel.
You guys just talking about James Harden directing traffic. I was talking to DeAndre Jordan yesterday about Harden. And remember, DeAndre has played with some point guards, right? Chris Paul, Chauncey Billups, even Luka Doncic briefly. But he said playing with James is different. That since James is a little bigger, stronger, he can attack differently. And he wants guys in a little bit different spots on the floor than most others in that field general role. Of course, James won DeAndre over as soon as he got here, guys, because he told him he hasn't had a great lob partner since the Rockets traded Clint Capella, and he wanted to be able to throw a bunch of lobs to Jordan. Tell the big guy he's going to eat, and you're immediately okay by him, Mike.
Well, Jordan's been playing better, especially on the defensive end as well recently, as Harden will bring it up. Again, that game on the West Coast without Irving, Harden tried to draw a foul, and he draws a foul. Finney-Smith is not happy with the call.
I really like how Porzingis played that pick and roll. He did a good job of retreating, and I don't think he fouled.
They're discussing whether it was in the act of shooting. Rick Carlisle not pleased with it. It's only the third team foul. Scott Foster checking with Michael Smith, the third official Ray Acosta. Yep, 2 shots, they say. You know, Harden, only 12 players in the history of the game have made more free throws than James Harden. He's up to 13th all-time in free throws made. Coming up at halftime, presented by McDonald's. Shades of Dirk in the G League.
No, I'm already discounting that one.
Well,
There's no. There's no one in the G League. Like, we're talking about one of the all-time greats. Can we not skip steps from the G League to an all-time great? Can we go, like...
Porzingis from way outside.
Like, Juwan Howard. Like, shades of Juwan Howard. Do we have to, like, go directly to the all-time best?
Ball pounded out of bounds. Go down the other end. Well, Maria Taylor and Jalen Rose will talk to her.
I hate how we throw out, like, great players' names.
Wait, we didn't. Mike did. I didn't.
That's a good point. I should be directing my bloviating towards Mike.
I'm just reading the promo.
Well, change it.
Back off, will you?
Yes, sir, boy. Get through, Luca. Get through, Luca. Luca. Way to run. Way to run. Fast as you move. It's the fastest you move ever. It's time to go, man. It's time to go. Let's move it. Let's play and move. Let's go. Let's play and move.
Jalen Brunson had such a great career at Villanova, helped them win a national championship under Jay Wright. Now making his mark in the NBA. 5 to shoot. Hardaway Jr. comes up short, rebound, batted around. Finney Smith gets it, finishes.
And you shorted Brunson one championship. He won 2 championships at Villanova.
He won in 2018, and then won in, what was the other year they won?
They won in when he was a freshman, right? In Houston, 16.
Shot won't go. Here comes Cleveland.
I tell you what, though, he's better than his dad.
He was better than his dad in high school.
Doncic, nice feed. Porzingis throws it down. Porzingis was just frustrated last time when they called the timeout, went off the floor and kicked a chair.
It's about the ball. It's always about the ball. He thought about 2 or 3 minutes ago he was upset with Doncic not giving him the ball and calling him into a pick and roll. That's where the frustration started.
Meanwhile, Bruce Brown, so tough around the rim at his size, gets the bucket off the offensive board. Final minute, second quarter. Porzingis calling for it. It's got Luau Cabarro on him. Double, kicks it out. Good recovery by Brown. Doncic, foul on jumper. Got it. 19 for Doncic.
But even on that play, I like that. Doncic, Luka says, give him a block, gives him the basketball on the post. Porzingis turns it down, throws it back out. Doesn't mean you shoot the basketball. You just want to touch it and make plays for one another.
Harden with the high release. James Harden having a spectacular first half. He's got 25.
And he can play in isolation, but he also moves well without the ball when that's his mindset. Great back cut by Harden and a good delivery by Green.
7 on the shot clock. Doncic for 3. Rebound Harden. They've got some time. 3 seconds to go. Jeff Green pass ahead of him. Green puts it up at the buzzer. And that will end the first 2 quarters here in Brooklyn. And our 2 star point guards not disappointing. Doncic with 19 and 6. Meanwhile, James Harden with 25. But it's Dallas looking to stop this winning streak. Dallas up by 4 after the first 2 quarters. Doncic and the Mavericks hoping to stop this 8-game winning streak from Brooklyn. Harden playing without Irving and Durant. 68-64, Mavericks. Kyrie Irving, that shoulder that he had surgery on last year. It's been a little tender, so holding him out tonight as well. Bruce Brown tries a three-pointer. That's good. Brown's done a lot of good things for this team, but three-point shooting is not one of them. He has struggled from three-point range. Just 6 of 28 prior to hitting that one.
And that's a great shot by Brown. And I thought the right play by Porzingis to make Harden give it up to him. And I would do the same thing over and over again.
I like the Mavericks, the first possession, posting up Porzingis, giving him another touch against a smaller defender.
Jeff Green times that release perfectly as Porzingis was coming across. Porzingis, 16 minutes, 10 points, a couple of rebounds, a blocked shot. Gets the pass, kicks it back out. Nice ball movement here. Kleber right back. Porzingis, the turnaround jumper's good.
That's great. Basketball. Unselfish.
Luavo Cabarro, who got the start tonight, his sixth start of the season. Finney Smith can't save it, so Brooklyn will get a new 14. Let's send it to Rachel.
Well, Mike, both coaches were talking turnovers to their teams in the locker room at halftime. Remember, the Mavericks had 22 turnovers in their last game, but only 2 so far tonight. Rick Carlisle says that's because his team is being more decisive with the ball, just making better decisions out there. Meanwhile, in the Brooklyn locker room, Steve Nash told his guys they have to take care of the ball better. 20 points off turnovers are in the first half for Dallas, so they didn't want to see that in the second half, Mike.
Turnovers, big disparity in that first half. Porzingis against Green. Tough shot from Porzingis, who thought he got bumped. Bruce Brown comes out of the pack, races up the floor to Green. Green goes inside and throws it down. Wow. That was a wow. Meanwhile, Brown gets credit pushing the ball up the floor. Back to a 2-point game. Doncic inside, gets it to go.
But Coach, you always talked about the contact that's allowed against the post players in this league today. And you saw that with Porzingis on the last possession.
It's really not fair. That's why, more so than anything, the post game is not as effective as Brown with a terrific follow. But the post game is not as effective or as impactful in today's game, because people will talk about the lack of skill down there, but it's how the game's officiated. Anything goes. On that play, Porzingis was most definitely fouled.
Meanwhile, Bruce Brown having another impact game as Porzingis throws it back out. Josh Richardson's jump shot is good. Richardson now with 6 points. Brown, by the way, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Harden inside. Ball knocked loose, picked up by Finney Smith. Doncic way outside. And Harris the rebound. Harden gets it inside to Brown. Luavo Cabarro. Green passes up an open 3. Harden tried to slip it in there, turns it over. That's number 10 for Brooklyn. Still only 2 for Dallas. Richardson, little jab step, and knocks it in again. Back-to-back buckets for Josh Richardson.
Rick Carlisle raves about what he has brought to this basketball team. The opportunity to have him defend perimeter players in this league, the best point guards, take pressure off of Luka, and timely shots.
He's starting to shoot better from three-point range after a struggle to start. A trade with Seth Curry. Carlisle said, hey, we missed Seth Curry in his shooting, but we needed a strong defender. He said, we've never had, as long as he's been there, a whistle away from the ball. Never had a defender that versatile at that position since he's been here.
But this is what he's going to have to do, Coach. Not only defensively, Seth Curry made shots for them, and they need Richardson to do some of that also.
And that's not an easy shot. 2 jabs and a 3.
Doncic drives, kicks it back out. Kleber launches, and that one off the Mark Kleba tracks down his own rebound. Finds Josh Richardson. Whips it out to Doncic. Pass deflected out. By the way, that Bruce Brown raving about his three-point shot, they only counted it as a 2. Okay. But still having a terrific game. He said had that 29-point game earlier this week. Porzingis drills the jumper. 14 points for Porzingis. The lead back up to 9 for Dallas. They've led by as many as 14. And that ball kicked. James Harden upset. But
I have a question on this. If he throws the ball off somebody's leg, is it a kick?
it will be called a kick. And I've never.
He didn't kick it. He threw it off his leg. Why is that a kick?
I think it should be an intentional kick, which sometimes is hard to.
Should you have to lift your foot or something?
I agree.
So you're the guy in the rec at the basketball. You're the guy in the park on the community center that holds up the game because you want to argue about this for about 15 minutes. I mean, let's play ball.
I agree. Play ball. That's not a kick. That's a bad pass.
You're the type of guy that's going to hold the basketball and refuse to allow us to take it out.
I'm going home.
What are you doing, man?
No, that's a bad call. It's like an automatic that NBA officials are bailing these players out that throw it off their legs. So you can throw a pocket pass and it can never be stolen because if it hits off the leg, it's going to be a kick.
Yep. Luau Cabarro drives, lost it, got it back. Trying to hang on, lost it a second time. And Dallas will get it. And we'll take a timeout. 81-74, Mavericks in front.
I'm a guard today. I'm a guard today. Yeah, man. We out here, man. Stay up, stay up. Let me through. Good. You can't stop. Let's go. Get through, Luka. Get through, Luka. Come on. Let's go. Luka, stay up. Stay up. Let's go. Come on.
Thanks to Bruce Brown and Jalen Brunson. Brown talking about I'm a guard today. The 6'4 Brown. He's been playing some power forward and some center, believe it or not, as Doncic misses that. This is his 4th straight game. He's been in double figures. Grabs another rebound. Pass goes awry as we send it to Rachel.
Nice to hear Jalen Brunson there as well. You know, Jalen was 6 years old when his dad was playing for the Chicago Bulls. Now, that was after the Michael Jordan era there. In fact, MJ was playing for the Wizards at the time. So when Chicago was playing Washington, Rick Brunson brings little Jalen to the game wearing a Michael Jordan jersey and brings the 6-year-old over and asks Jordan to sign the jersey. At which point, little Jalen pipes up and says, no, don't let him sign it, Dad. He'll ruin it. Of course, later, he got a little bit of an education about who Michael Jordan was, Mike.
little Jalen doing some good things now in the NBA as Porzingis draws the foul. Porzingis 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Wilson will come in for Brooklyn. Hardaway and Brunson return. Upcoming national TV schedule doubleheader on Tuesday. Clippers and Celtics from Boston. Lakers will host the Phoenix Suns. And then TNT Thursday, final game or final date before the All-Star break. The Heat and the Pelicans play in New Orleans. And the one-day All-Star festivities in Atlanta a week from tomorrow. 8-point Dallas lead as we approach the midway point here in the third. Nets trying to win their 9th in a row. Brown to Claxton. And Claxton shot altered by Porzingis' presence. Hardaway stripped. Thought he got hit. Here comes Harden. Eight on the 24. Harden shaking big. Step back three. Not that time. Way off. Ball deflected several times. And Finney Smith has it. Here at the Barclays Center, where I'm told now they let about 550 fans in tonight. First couple of games this week for the Nets to have real fans back in the building. Porzingis catches it low, draws the foul, and one.
That's great offense on the perimeter and a great seal by Porzingis. To me, this is where the post game should be. Paint catches. Deep where there's no moves involved. Just bury smaller guys as Porzingis catches it within the restricted area. And what a finish.
9 points already here in the quarter. So double figures in the quarter, 18 for the game for Porzingis. Returning after missing 3 games with the back spasms or tightness.
I like the way he's responded. Showed frustration, kicking the chair, upset, out of line to some degree, but continued to play and benefiting with extra touches on the block.
Shot clock winding down. Harden spins, flicks it up and in. James Harden now with 27. Brunson again. Oh, tough drive from Jalen Brunson. And he's got 8 points off the bench. Mavericks are shooting 57% from the field. Harden looking for a screen. Instead finds Jeff Green. Green call for a travel. Turnover number 13 for the Nets. Only 3 for the Mavericks. Steve Nash in his first year as head coach You got into a very interesting conversation with him, Jeff, earlier today. You talk about players getting in slumps, shooting slumps or whatever. You asked him about if he ever felt he got into a defensive slump.
I love what he was talking about. He was saying when he played poorly on defense, as Hardaway finds Brunson, he said it was when he started to guess too much versus trust the game plan, get his feet in the right spot. And I've always thought about this with Mark, like guys who are not naturally gifted defensively necessarily, like when you do get in struggles, what did you rely on?
Pat Ewing.
Amen, brother. You know, the answer for both of us was the same.
Exactly. But I agree with what Steve Nash talked about. You got to understand the principles and the game plan that puts you in the best position to be successful individually and collectively. When you trust that, you stumble onto the right plays.
Hardaway, nice spin move. And this is the largest lead of the game. Finney Smith with a superb block down the other end. Tim Hardaway finishes, and it's a 15-point Dallas lead. What a difference for Porzingis, who made one All-Star team. When he's active, when he's healthy, what a difference it makes for this team on how good they can be. Joe Harris drills the three-pointer. Remember how well he played in the bubble before he hurt his right knee.
Absolutely. And I love that action, that high split action the Nets just ran for a Harris three. Really well executed off the timeout.
Harris now with 9 points. Richardson launches a long three. Shot won't go. Robertson the rebound. Andre Robertson got some time in the first half as well. Harden goes right at Tim Hardaway. Drives inside. Layup missed it. Tip off the mark. Brunson fakes, now drives on Claxton. Boy, a lot of contact in there outside to Hardaway. Hardaway to the rim, left-handed shot. Somebody got a piece of it. Hardaway gets it back, misses that one, and Harris the rebound. Harris fakes, drive, ball batted out of bounds. Officials looking at each other, and it's going to be Dallas ball.
Claxton does a great job of protecting the rim. That's how you get it done, and that's how you find yourself winding up with more and more minutes and opportunities on the court.
Claxton getting some nice minutes. The second-round pick. He was the first pick of the second round back in 2019 after 2 years as a Georgia Bulldog. Did not play a lot last year. And as we mentioned, coming back from a knee injury when he came to camp this year. This is the first week he's actually played in games. Porzingis against Joe Harris. How about Joe Harris' defense there?
Again,
he just got manhandled.
Harden up top. Harris, another three. Finney Smith trying to save it. Claxton, nice hustle play. Finds Robertson, and Robertson fouled by Doncic.
Where else can a sun rise and buckets fall?
Andre Robertson in 8 minutes with 6 rebounds, a couple of points. I mean, you think about him, he made All-NBA defense second team for Oklahoma City back in 2017. Signed a 3-year, $30 million contract. Everything was going great for him. And then January the following year, devastating left knee injury. Missed the rest of the season and the entire following season. Last year, missed almost the entire year. Did return in the bubble, but it has been a long road back for a guy who was one of the better perimeter defenders in the NBA. Doncic to Finney Smith. Doncic drives on Claxton, leans in, draws the foul, shot's good and one. Luka Doncic takes the contact and a chance for a three-point play.
And he smiles. He's smiling because it's so easy for him on the offensive end. Gets Claxton in the air, takes the contact, gets the hoop, going to the line for the possible three-point play. But, I mean, he is a nightmare to defend.
And I'll keep saying, I don't think that's a foul. Claxton lands, and he establishes defensive position. And then Doncic dives into him. To me, it may look like a foul. It's not a foul.
Final minute, third quarter. Harden picked up by Brunson. Shannon. Robertson, another rebound. Harden drives inside, and a foul on the pass.
Legal defensive guarding position.
Majority of times I disagree. That one particular instance, you're correct. You ever think about being on the competitions committee? You would be outstanding.
Thank you. I'm sure Commissioner Silver is getting my number as we speak.
Doncic kicks it out. Hardaway Jr. 4 on the shot clock. Drives to the rim. Layup. Bank shot. Won't go. Rebound. Luau Cabarro. Shot clock is turned off. Robertson the corner to Shamet. Harden holds it. They converge the double team. Harden looking. Cross-court pass. Luau Cabarro. Three-pointer won't go. Brunson the rebound. And that ends the third quarter. Dallas Mavericks trying to get a big win on the road. A 12-point lead as we head to the fourth.
support him a little bit, we'll be good.
Great. Thanks so much, Steve. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Rachel. Steve Nash trying to beat the Dallas Mavericks, a team he played for 6 years. A shot it way off the mark, goes out of bounds. Came there after starting his career in Phoenix, and Nash really started to make his mark there. Said his friendship with Dirk Nowitzki and Michael Finley is something that he'll never forget. Those guys are lifetime friends, the three of them.
You just think about the point guard play for the Dallas Mavericks in the last, let's say, 30 years. Jason Kidd, Steve Nash. You can go back to, you're looking at Luka, go back to Derek Harper. Underrated, spectacular player at the point guard position.
Those were great Mavericks teams. Him, Rolando Blackman, Brad Davis, Roy Tarpley, Aguirre.
Those teams could very well have won a championship. They were that good.
Doncic way downtown, no good. Although Nash has his first season in Dallas, it wasn't going so well. One day he was getting booed loudly by the Mavs fans as Robertson puts up a three. And DeAndre Jordan chips it in. Said the only thing he was getting upset, and then he looked up at his stands, and his brother was sitting in the stands laughing hysterically, like only a brother could do. Said that kind of calmed him down a little bit.
Did that ever happen to you and Stan?
No.
So I'll call it Chioza. What a Hall of Fame career he had with that man next to him, Mike D'Antoni, one of his two MVPs playing for D'Antoni and the Phoenix Suns.
They've assembled quite a staff. Jock Vaughn, Ime Udoka. I mean, they've got all the bases covered on that staff.
Doncic with 6 to shoot, drives on Jordan, looking. Nice pass, Brunson. Brunson can't finish, and Jordan the rebound. Opening minutes here in the fourth quarter. A 10-point lead right now for Dallas. They have led by as many as 15. Chioza, pass inside. Robertson couldn't get it, but coming out of the pack is Josh Richardson. Doncic. Three-pointer is good. Luka Doncic, which is third three-pointer. He's got 27.
And I understand the Nets defensively like switching, but that can also get you in trouble when it's not necessary. DeAndre Jordan finding himself on Luka Doncic. That's a bad matchup.
Well, both teams, after shooting the three well early, have struggled after that initial start. Brunson puts it up and in. It's back to 15. Timeout, Brooklyn.
And therefore, his teammates congratulating him here at the first baseline. John Ryan Murphy.
As he's gone on here this season. But even as he's been able to move more easily around the court, his pacing has remained the same. Lucas said earlier this week that he learned pretty early on that, he's not the most athletic guy in the court. So for him, it's like playing chess, he says. He says you have to take your time, see the moves as they develop, and that's how he can stay in rhythm with the game.
Thank you, Rachel. Martin misses. Another three-pointer. The three-point shooting in the second half, the two teams combined 3 for 23. After both of them shot almost 44% in the first half. It just disappeared. Doncic, tough falling away. DeAndre Jordan, quick outlet.
Harden's an excellent low-post defender.
Joe Harris trying to get on track. Too strong, gets his own rebound. Pass deflected. Kleber deflects it a second time and saves it. Throws it ahead to Brunson. Quick layup is good.
That's great hustle by Kleber. Deflects the basketball, chases it down, and then makes the right play for Brunson.
Largest lead of the game for the Mavericks, a 17-point advantage. Shamet. Luau Camaro, shot block. Kleber right there. Nets wanted a foul. Cauley Stein running the floor. Doncic surveys. Drives on Jordan, kicks it out. Finney-Smith connects on a three-pointer. It's a 20-point lead. Mark Cuban fired up here at the Barclays Center. And Dallas dominating right now. Doncic, nice defense on Harden.
They've done a much better job in this second half defending James Harden.
Brunson to Cauley Stein, back out Finney-Smith, drives across the lane, flips it up and in. Everything going Dallas's way. Timeout Brooklyn. They have blown this one open. A 22-point lead with 7.5 to play. Had a fantastic first half, but look at that second half, where the Nets have only scored 20 points in about 16 and a half minutes after they had 64 points in the first half. So Steve Nash has emptied his bench, blocked by Cauley Stein. Terrific block shot there. What a second half it's been for Dallas at both ends of the floor. Brunson looking. 7 to shoot for Doncic, guarded by Chiozza. Falling away, baseline shot, in and out. Rebound, Bruce Brown. Brown with his 7th rebound. Tyler Cook playing in his first game with the Nets, just signed a 10-day contract. Chiozza, pass inside, there's Cook. Lays it up and in. So Harden looks like he's done for the night after playing 33 minutes.
Is that Tyler Cook's first basket in the NBA, Mike?
I believe it is.
That's very cool.
No, it's not. I'm sorry, it's not.
It's still cool.
Now, last year he played very briefly for Cleveland and Denver. Mark, do you remember your first basket?
I do not. Which is, I mean, I don't know why. I just don't remember it. You know, to me, playing and making it, fulfilling a dream was what I remember. I remember being drafted, being announced as a draft choice. Everything else was gravy.
Give the credit to the great Dickie McGuire, longtime scout of the Knicks.
Player and coach as well as Cauley Stein lays it up and in.
Hall of Famer.
Rightfully so.
Guys, what's impressed you most about what Dallas has done here in the second half as Chiozza knocks down a three?
To me, they've made the adjustments defensively and then being able to handle adversity, whether it be Porzingis kicking the chair upset out of frustration. They got tied together as a basketball team and found a way to take advantage of a shorthanded Nets team.
Tomorrow night,
LeBron James and Steph Curry.
remaining. And Doncic will sit down. 27 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Just another terrific performance, but he had a lot of help here tonight. 18 for Porzingis. Hardaway and Brunson off the bench. Josh Richardson hitting big shots in the second half. Dwight Powell just checked in, misses that.
Now, there's still 5 minutes to go. I mean, 19 is a lot, but it's not out of the realm. Well, yeah, it is.
Come back to me, man. Come back. No, come back. This is not the Jeff I know and love, man.
No, it isn't. It's not out of the realm in the three-point era, but it is if you shoot like that. Hey, but Mike, you know, you were asking Mark about if he remembered his first shot. How about this? 4 blocks away, he went to high school at Bishop Laughlin.
Yep.
1983 state champions under Pat Quigley. Mark Jackson getting it done.
Appreciate the love. Those were great times. Absolutely. Brings back a lot of memories.
The Wheeler brothers, James Major,
Octavio Gooden, Mike Stokes, Anthony Allen. We had some talented guys and had great success under the great Pat Quigley, Coach Pat Quigley.
Chiozza knocks down a 3. By the way, Mark, your first points, November 6, 1987, at Detroit. You went 1 of 4 from the field, had 4 points.
I remember that dunk.
Now you remember.
And here, speaking of dunks, skies to the rim.
Percy Hawkins, take that!
Yeah, leave Percy Hawkins alone, man.
He should have been suspended for 10 games for that.
Why?
Yeah, you dunked on him. That should have been an automatic suspension.
What are you talking about? I was young and athletic. Those were the good old days.
You were skinny.
Mike, what are you trying to say?
Nothing. I just can't believe how skinny you were because you were so strong down low in the post.
I don't need all.
Brunson, nice move inside. Brunson now with 14 points. And reaching foul call on Dwight Powell.
How about the defense, though? Forget about the dunk.
Mike Cheminsky. Come on, man. Mo Cheeks in the picture.
We cannot show that enough.
We already have shown it quite enough.
Why are you hating, man?
I'm not. It's a heck of a play.
Have you had plays like that?
Oh, boy.
Did I say a joke?
No, I just trying to imagine the best play of my career was like in layup lines. You know when I peaked as a player? Against cones. Like, where you're doing a workout.
Robertson with the three-pointer.
He shot his free throw better. He was a horrible free throw shooter in Oklahoma City. And that three looked a lot different than the moon ball he used to shoot.
He did have 1 year in the playoffs with OKC where he shot about 42% from three. And as Burke drills it, Trey Burke getting some duty here with just over 3 minutes remaining. Guz's pass deflected and stolen by Brunson. Brunson powers it in, blocked by Chiozza, but out of bounds, and Dallas will have it with exactly 3 minutes remaining. The Dallas came into the night. They were 9th in the Western Conference, just a game and a half back from 8th. Just actually 2.5 back from the 5th spot. Again, everything's so bunched up.
Oh, they're a playoff team, though, Mike. If they're healthy, there's no way that they're this good and aren't a playoff team.
Brunson's going to sit down. Boban Marjanovic will check in. And the key is if that man will be healthy. Can he stay healthy? As he's shown, he can be such a special player. Nice pass inside. Marjanovic throws the alley-oop to Powell. And the lead back up to 20. But Porzingis, Mark, you talked about it earlier. You like the way that he played today, not only initially by getting down low and posting up smaller guys, but then after being frustrated, came back and made some big plays.
It showed growth individually and collectively as a basketball team. I've seen that damage teams and cause them losses. They tied together as a team after that and responded. They got him touches on the offensive end, on the block, got him going early, and he responded by competing on the defensive end also. I thought he did a very good job of using that length to just be disruptive in the paint area for the Mavs.
And again, that after missing the 3 games with the back. The prior 2 were the postponed games because of the storm in Texas. And he had started to play well prior to that. Then all of a sudden, he doesn't play for a couple of weeks.
But I believe he's got to be involved offensively. He's too good to just be out there. He's too thorough of a weapon offensively to just be out on the floor. So whether it's pick and roll action, isolation, some post-ups, you can mix it up and still allow Luka to be the dominant guy.
Under 2 minutes remaining as Brooklyn's longest winning streak in 15 years will come to an end tonight. And no Kyrie Irving and still no Kevin Durant as Marjanovic turns it over. But for the Dallas Mavericks, a terrific win. And they're now 7-2 in their last 9 games. As we go under a minute and a half left.
By the way, I appreciate your humility because I watched you in live competition. He was a heck of a player. Lockdown defender, excellent free throw shooter, competitor as the lob by Brown. I watched you as an assistant coach and a head coach. You were a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. I appreciate it, but, man, I wish I could have really played. I would have been obnoxious talking trash if I could have really played.
Wes Iwundu hands it off to Trey Burke. Burke falling away. Shot won't go. Rebound Robertson.
Burke played so well for them in the bubble last year. With Brunson was out. Really good scoring weapon off the bench.
Marjanovic called for a foul. Babs bench unhappy with the call. Marjanovic with a smile. We've talked about it over and over again. He could be as beloved as any player in the NBA by his teammates.
And that's everywhere he's been.
NBA Sunday presented by State Farm. Warriors and Lakers from LA. Coverage begins with NBA Countdown at 7 Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific. Also available on the ESPN app.
You know what, Mike? In this blowout, the fans haven't left early.
Are you making a joke?
No, I'm not.
No, they haven't. There's about 550 of them.
And I would say 500 are still here.
They've waited a long time to get back. And even though their team is losing, there were some Doncic jerseys in attendance. And the shot clock, and now it's just so good to have them back, just the sound. So the Nets only 34 points in the second half. One of those fans, CC Sabathia.
The great CC Sabathia.
Who does a podcast with the great Ryan Rucco,
Absolutely.
our Ryan Rucco.
He was at the Knick game the other night as they'll let it go out. And the 8-game winning streak comes to an end as Luka Doncic and the Mavericks come into Brooklyn and just absolutely pound the Nets in the second half. They win it by 17, led by as many as 22. And the Mavericks back to 500 at 16-16. They welcome back Kristaps Porzingis, and they also get back to 500 on the road at 8-8 as Brooklyn falls to 22-13. 52% shooting for Dallas. 5 players and make that 6 players in double figures. And Mark Cuban with a happy visit back to New York. Doncic led the way, and he's with Rachel.
Hey, Luka, nice bounce-back win for you guys. Your coach says you did a better job as a team of being more decisive out on the court. Is that what it felt like to you?
Oh, yeah, it was true. We play like a team today, and they have an amazing team. Obviously they have 2 stars out, but, it was a dangerous game, and we just kept going as a team.
Nice to get Kristaps Porzingis back tonight as well. He was aggressive from the start of the game. How can you tell when he's feeling comfortable out there?
I mean, yeah, he had a couple problems. He's back now. I think today he was comfortable out there, go on to the post. They were switching all the time. I think he felt comfortable today.
Luka, one of Larry Bird's old teammates, Cedric Maxwell, has been calling you Larry Bird reincarnated. And your coach, who also was a teammate of Larry Bird, told us this morning that he does see the resemblance. Have you looked at old film of Larry Bird? Do you see the similarities yourself?
I mean, yeah, I looked at it. I saw a lot of films how he played, but you can't compare me to Larry Bird. The thing he's done is just way. More and more games to go, a long time, so you can't compare me to Larry Bird. And I just want to keep hooping, having fun out there playing basketball.
Luka, you're about to head into the All-Star break, and you will be playing in the All-Star game. I know it's been a lot of back and forth, but to be out there with the league's best, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, it's great. It's an honor, to be named the All-Star. It was 4 years ago. I was just hoping to get drafted, or 3 years ago. I didn't even know. And today on Sunday I can be on my second All Star. It's just a dream come true as a kid. I was dreaming about this, and it's just unbelievable.
Well, you've done a lot more than get drafted. Congratulations on the win tonight, Luka.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, Rachel. Guys, how great do you love that answer about the Larry Bird comparison?
I love the answer, showing respect for greatness and great humility.
The Mavericks win it, 115-98, 27 more points for Doncic. More coverage when we come back.
Tomorrow game. Tomorrow Lakers versus Warriors.